Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, continuing with mostly cloudy conditions out around the area this morning with a few breaks in the clouds. We have seen that shower activity that pushed through earlier this morning, moving well north of the area. Just we'll be watching for the very slight chance of a pop-up shower or storm as we move through the remainder of the day, as we do expect some warm and muggy conditions. Currently, temperatures are just above 80 degrees and winds around 5 to 10 knots out of the south-southwest, and should see that continue as we move through the day today, maybe slightly breezier as we get into the later portion of the day. Take a look at the current surface analysis. That stalled boundary still lingering just north of the area. We'll see that wash out as we move through the day today. And then again, some warm and muggy conditions building in behind it, and expecting hot and humid conditions as we move through the remainder of the week, with daily chances, very slight chances of pop-up shower storm activity, but generally should see things drying out as we move through the remainder of the work week. If we take a look at the local radar, we can see shower activity moved well north of the local area. Things looking dry in the local picture here. And again, just keep an eye out for any pop-up activity, but generally expecting rain and thunderstorm chances to be at a minimum as we move through the remainder of the day today. So we look at a current visible satellite, we can see some of that cumulus field building in and streaming through the local area this morning, and we'll likely see that continuing through the day today with some decreased cloud cover as we go into the evening time frame. Looking at the high resolution model, as mentioned, expecting mainly dry conditions as we move through the day today. This particular model shows some reflectivity moving through late afternoon into the evening. Not really expecting that to occur again, just a very slight chance we see any pop-up activity as we move through the remainder of the day today, but generally should see dry conditions and less cloud cover as we move through the overnight time frame, but we will have a chance for some patchy mist pre-dawn tomorrow, as we often see with the hot and humid conditions. Do expect some cloud cover to build back in for the day tomorrow, and we'll see some hot and humid conditions with heat index values climbing into the upper 90s, and there's high temperatures in the upper 80s, but overall should see mainly dry conditions once again, but can't rule out a pop-up shower storm with those hot and humid conditions. Much of the activity will be well off to our west and northwest, and then going into the evening, we'll see a repeat of that as we go into the day on Friday. As we zoom out here and look at the European model, starting off Friday morning again, much of the activity popping off further off to the northwest. Locally here, can't rule out a very slight chance of a pop-up shower storm, but just another hot and humid day. And as we get later into the evening time frame, we will see a better chance of a few showers and storms pushing through the area. Some of that activity off to the northwest sinks into the local area, but that will be late evening into the overnight time frame. Should see that settle down as we go into the start of the day on Saturday, but we'll have another chance of some late afternoon and evening showers and storms once again Saturday evening, and then we'll continue on this hot and humid weather pattern as we go through the remainder of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. And again, during that time frame, do expect mainly dry conditions, but with those hot and humid conditions, we will have that daily chance of afternoon pop-up shower or storm, but it looks to be fairly minimal right now with no significant indications giving any confidence that we'll see that actually come to fruition. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, had that yellow risk for precip and lightning this morning with that shower activity. Do see those chances diminishing to about 15% as we move through the remainder of the day. We'll keep the clouds around, winds generally out of the south, potentially south-southwest at times as we're seeing right now. We'll see peak winds 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to 19 knots, high temperature 85 degrees. Going into the evening, less in the way of cloud cover, winds will lighten out of the south to south-southwest and become southwestern as we get into the start of the day tomorrow. Low temperature only dropping down to around 75 degrees, and that slight chance for some patchy mist around the area early in the morning hours. Tides are running normal. And for the extended forecast here, again, a hot and humid day for Thursday and Friday with partly cloudy conditions generally. Very slight chance of afternoon pop-up shower storm. High temperature in the upper 80s. We'll actually see this upper 80s for our high through the extended forecast here, possibly reaching 90 as we get into the beginning or middle portion of next week. Our low temperatures will stay in the mid-70s through the extended forecast as well. 40% chance of that late PM shower or storm activity Friday evening into early Saturday morning. And then once again, about a 40% chance of afternoon showers or storms Saturday. Again, that to be a little earlier than what we'll see Friday, so possibly late afternoon, and then continuing into the evening before coming to an end as we go into early Sunday morning. And then just a repeat of the same, partly cloudy, hot and humid conditions for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And again, all those days will carry a very slight chance of a pop-up shower storm around the area, but right now looking fairly minimal chances at this time. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.